Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Carnage Reviews. My name is Eric, and today we're taking out the trash. Well, not really, but we are watching the comedy body horror film known as Street Trash. Now, before I stop the world and melt with you, just a quick reminder to please consider subscribing to the channel. Just click that subscribe button along with the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content. Street Trash was directed by Roy Frumkes. It stars Mike Lackey, R.L. Ryan, and Vic Nato. The owner of a liquor store in Brooklyn, New York finds a case of cheap booze that is over 60 years old and has gone bad. Screw it though, he's got to get paid, so he takes it and sells it for $1 to the local hobos, who seem to be his primary customers. The booze is selling well, but the only problem is that when you drink it, it causes you to have a meltdown. Literally. The film also focuses on two brothers who are homeless and live in a junkyard. A female cashier and clerk takes a liking to the younger brother, and she takes care of him. Also living in the junkyard is a violent gang that consists of Vietnam vets, led by psychopath Bronson, who has a knife made of human bones. A police officer begins to investigate murders that the gang are responsible for as more hobos get access to the body melt booze known as Viper. So after reviewing Frankenhooker, it just seemed natural to do a video on Street Trash, which seems like a movie that Hen Lauder would have directed. Also, James Lorenz, who starred in Frankenhooker, is also in this movie. Street Trash is extremely politically incorrect, but man is it fun. And it's pretty damn funny too. I'll say this, if you're not a fan of politically incorrect humor, you'll probably want to avoid this one.
Hey, come on, I read like old people's book.
The effects are extremely over the top, but that adds to the overall charm of the movie. My favorite scene is when this homeless guy is sitting in this abandoned building, and the building is like really falling apart. I don't think there's even any walls in it. But he's sitting in this building, and he's on a toilet, and he starts drinking Viper, which is the stuff that makes everybody melt after they drink it. And his body just starts to melt, and he's literally melting down into the toilet. And it's so funny because there's a scene after where the cop is talking to a pathologist after they discover the body, and he's like, he just went right down the toilet.
This guy went straight down the toilet.
Another standout scene is actually one of the most notorious scenes in Street Trash. This homeless guy gets his thing cut off by Bronson, who's the main villain of the movie, who to me looks like the dude from The Hangover. In fact, before I heard Bronson talk, I was expecting him to sound like the guy from The Hangover, and when he didn't, it just really threw me off at first. Anyway, Bronson cuts off this guy's Twinkie, and then proceeds to play a game of keep away with other people in the junkyard. I mean, the scene is just so ridiculous and over the top. How can you not laugh at it?
Suck on this. Bonsai!
Street Trash is pure exploitation. It's shocking to be shocking. Honestly, though, it's so over the top at times, I don't know how you could really be offended by it. While it is horror in a way, I would say that it falls more in the comedy category. It definitely has those horror elements, and I would consider it a horror comedy. But I would say it more falls in line with the comedy genre. There are so many times that I found myself laughing out loud during this movie. It's just a riot. I give Street Trash 4 skulls. If you like horror comedy mixed with gore and politically incorrect humor, you will get a kick out of this movie. Recently, Street Trash was remade, and while I haven't seen the remake yet, I did watch the trailer for it recently, and I don't know, man, I would never judge a movie solely based on the trailer alone, but it was giving off these very serious vibes. And to me, a movie like Street Trash should not have a serious tone. And again, it's just the trailer. Maybe the trailer just made it that way, and maybe the remake is, absolutely batshit crazy, insane comedy like the original was. But I don't know. I just feel like a movie like this should not be made with serious intent behind it, if that makes sense. But that's just me. I'll probably still watch the remake anyways, just to see what it is. Thanks for checking out today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please tap that like button. If you've seen Street Trash, let me know in the comments what you think about the film. And if you've seen the remake, also let me know about that as well, too. Remember, if you drink some mysterious booze and your skin starts to melt, well, you're pretty much fucked, my friend. Bye-bye.